We're going to bring it from 25% to 50%, the tariffs on steel into the United States of America. Nobody's going to get around that.
When President Trump made that announcement at a rally earlier this year, there was someone watching in Canada who just couldn't believe it. Meet Algoma Steel's CEO, Mike Garcia.
Well, I thought, is this, is this a joke? Can he, is it actually going to be 50%? Because if it's 50%, what does that mean for Algoma Steel? How long can we survive with a 50% tariff into our biggest market?
For as long as anyone can remember, Canada's largest trading partner has been the United States. Now, with the trade war, that relationship is under threat. And one of the things that President Trump has targeted more than anything is Canadian steel. That's why I'm here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, the home of Algoma Steel. They've been here for more than 120 years. But with tariffs, they're losing millions every month. So I'm here to see how one of Canada's most important companies is fighting to survive. So tell me where you're taking me.
I'm taking you to our plate mill, the only plate mill in Canada.
Algoma Steel used to sell more than half of their products to the United States. But tariffs have made doing that so expensive that the American market is essentially closed now. So here, the company is trying to come up with a new way of doing business. And to do that, a few months ago, they got help, lots of it. You got $500 million from the federal and provincial governments. What's that money for?
Well, that buys us time, and there's nothing more valuable in this environment than time. And what we're going to do with that time is we are going to get ready to pivot to a domestic market. We're going to lower our cost. We're going to become much greener. We're going to become much flexible, and we're going to respond to what market opportunities there currently are.
Garcia wants to focus on the Canadian market, and the pivot is about capturing more of it. The hope is Algoma Steel's plate will be used to build bridges and cars and ships, and in the new infrastructure projects promised by the Canadian government. As the big boss being in here, what's it like to watch it happen?
Well, that's always very satisfying. This is the most important thing our company does, is make products like these plates that our customers use. In the Army, they call it, this is the tip of the spear. This is where the actual product gets made, and that's why we exist as a company, to make this product.
In a world of bad news, Garcia says there are a few positives. It seems the Buy Canadian movement now includes steel.
We're getting calls and inquiries from steel users who had never really considered Algoma Steel, and they're just cold calling us, asking us, hey, this is the form of steel products that I'm using, this is what I'm doing with it, can you guys help? And I think the resolve in the country is there.
Still, the fix here isn't quick or easy, and there's no guarantee it'll work. The situation is difficult. Algoma Steel just reported a loss of $87 million in the third quarter.
The stakes are incredibly high. The Canadian market needs to mature and develop, and we are getting ready, as they say in hockey, we're skating to where the puck is going to be, but we're not completely in control as to whether that's where the puck is going to be.
The uncertainty around the company is felt most by the workers. There are around 2,700 employees at Algoma, and the $500 million government loan doesn't mean everyone will keep their job.
Yeah, I think we have to realize our position, that we're not able to stop the layoffs from happening, but we need to fight for the membership.
Bill Slater, president of one of the local steelworkers unions, is meeting with his executive team to try to figure out what to do. What's the situation at Algoma Steel?
Dire. We have looming layoffs coming that are going to affect a lot of our members as well as the community.
Exactly when the layoffs will happen and how many, nobody knows for sure. But the fear is about a third of Algoma's employees will be let go.
Yesterday they sent out an email to the whole of the company asking them to update their resumes, which kind of touched off a lot of anxiety for people to try and understand where they're going to land.
We have the membership meeting tonight, and we're sending out emails hopefully to control the anxiety that's causing. But
what would you say is the mood among your membership?
Scared, distraught, You know, we have a lot of young people that have, you know, just started families, bought houses, bought cars, just starting out their working career, and now they're wondering, where do I go next? Up here in Northern Ontario, you pick up your family and have to leave if you're going to another community to work. It's not like we have other industries that we can commute to from the Sault.
In Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma Steel is pretty much connected to everything. No matter what business you're in, you follow the steel trade. Jason Nacarado runs a business consulting firm in Sault Ste. Marie. He's also president of the city's Chamber of Commerce, with more than 600 members.
So as Algoma goes, our community goes. When Algoma is not doing well, you know, we all feel it.
What's the level of anxiety, would you say?
Oh, geez, say probably 9 out of 10. It's up there.
Jason tells me the uncertainty about whether Algoma's pivot will work has the whole town holding its breath.
You know, do you go buy that new piece of equipment, or do you hold off? Do you hire new people, or do you sit tight? All those things. It's weighing on you right now because, you know, if the mill came out tomorrow and said we're laying off 800 people, your operating environment has definitely changed.
The worry about layoffs is why the union has set up a membership meeting for this evening at the local Legion. We're told we can't attend, but I meet Melissa McMaster outside.
Yep, I'm third-generation steelworker.
Melissa has worked at Algoma for 20 years. How much is riding on the pivot for you?
My family, my daughter, it's very important to me. I want to live my life here, and I want to retire here. So I don't want to think about having to start again.
Then I meet Frank DeMarco, a third-generation steelworker. Because of tariffs, his daughter was recently laid off from Algoma. And Frank believes all Canadians should fight back in the trade war.
You're in the market to purchase a new car, buy one of those that are made by Canadian hands that possibly is made from the steel at where I work in my home, and support that.
Why does that matter so much to you?
Oh, it matters because it's Canada. It's like why my dad came here. Like my dad made a point to me one time on his 52nd birthday. He said, "Hey Frank, I'm more Canadian than I'm Italian now." It was his proudest day ever. So we're Canadian. We'll be proud of it. We don't want to be a 51st state. We're proud of that flag, that leaf.
That sentiment that we can survive and flourish all on our own, you hear it a lot today. But when it comes to steel, is it realistic? With more than 50% of your market gone to the United States, can you really pivot that much?
And that's probably the million-dollar question. We cannot be totally locked out of the U.S. market on a permanent basis.
For Garcia, that's the hard truth. Even if Algoma's pivot works, to survive they'll still need the United States. And maybe that reality hangs over much of the talk of economic independence in Canada today.
I don't think that Canada can be truly prosperous without the largest market in the world, the United States, and so I think that's what's on the line.